What is up, peeps? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Probably the last time we're going to be talking about this controversial topic. As of the past few days, it was actually JasonR called out by multiple pros, both female and male, in the Valorant and even the Counter-Strike space of these sexist accusations. It was a wide array of things I broke down in my initial video. If you guys want to go check that out, to which JasonR has now responded. He did respond personally on stream before all of this. There's a lot of clips out there, and it's almost impossible to break them all down and show them to all of you guys, unless that's something you want. But probably the last time we're talking about this one is he has now given his official statement, an official response as well. He actually tried to do this during a live stream. He was crashing or disconnecting, so it seemed, a couple of times, then later uploaded to YouTube. So I'll break it down piece by piece for all of you guys, but I do encourage you, if you want to know the full context of the situation, to go check out my first video around these accusations made by several female players and streamers and even a couple male pros out there as well, and was initially sparked by Shazam actually calling out JasonR, to which he has now responded. And the first minute or two of this is him actually trying to situate his stream as he tries to address everyone with his statement.
Alrighty, you guys. Dude, you guys, yeah, dude. Okay. Okay. Sorry, man. This is fucking, dude. You guys, this is brutal, man. You guys don't know. Okay. Here's my statement. I'm reading from my phone, by the way. I'm reading from my phone. That's why I'm looking down. It's reading from my phone. Okay, here's my statement. You ready? Because it's only stuff I've repeatedly said over and over. But here it is again for the people in the back. One sec.
And then he goes on to address the clip that I'm not going to play for all of you. I never mentioned this in my previous video either, because it was a clip from, I think at least 4 years ago. Although it's not a great clip, and I think it eventually led to a Twitch ban for Jason. It's a notorious clip that was brought up in some threads out there where he called all girls on Twitch hoes. He actually does apologize for this, but he also says that the clip was originally taken out of context and doesn't explain how it was taken out of context. And I want to mention that because if you are trying to fight sexist accusations and you say, you reference a clip where you called all girls on Twitch hoes, and then you say it was out of context, but you don't provide how it was taken out of context, I think that's a pretty important point to clarify, especially in your official response.
Man, you guys don't know. Okay, let me start. Okay, I'll just restart. I started it, and now I'll just re-say it again. Okay. Here's my statement. You ready? Because it's only stuff I've repeatedly said over and over, but here it is again for the people in the back. That clip of me calling every girl on Twitch a hoe was from 4 years ago. It was taken wildly out of context. I've used the word bitches, like what's up little bitches or these bitches, etc., to both men and women, and it is now being used as a weapon against me. My wife streams on Twitch. I do not believe every girl on Twitch is a hoe, and to believe that is insane. I apologize it ever came out of my mouth, but it was taken so out of context. I wasn't just spewing hate, I was defending myself in that situation.
And then he also says a lot of the women who called him out were not only fans of his, and I think he worded this incredibly poorly. Just trying to be honest with all of you guys, you might have different thoughts, and that's totally okay. But in your official response, if you say the people calling you out primarily are fans of yours or former fans of yours, and then he literally says that they were just obsessed with him, that's not going to be a good look, especially because there were a lot of prominent names who also called you out who play for professional Valorant organizations. So if you're going to call people like that obsessed with you, you probably are going to get a response out of them. But that was how he addressed this. He said that a lot of the people who called him out were former fans who were simply just being obsessed about him.
Okay. I have been harassed and attacked for years. Many of the women coming forward were fans of mine at one point that got offended by me and have been obsessed with me for years. I encourage people to come into my stream and talk to some women who have been watching me for years, who know my wife, and stop listening to obsessed, angry people who are trying to convince you that I am someone I am not.
I do think one of the better parts, maybe only the single good part I got out of this, was he did address a situation where a lot of deep down in the threads, people were going after his wife. That's because of rumors where maybe she was making the choices of who he could or could not game with. He has denied those rumors time and time again. He also addresses a situation, I'm not going to show you guys the screenshots, but to sum it up, where his wife was being very rude to a Twitch chat viewer. He responds and says there was a reason behind it, and if this is true, this is pretty freaking astonishing. Again, these were things I didn't bring up in my initial video. I focused on the random disconnects, the crashes, the leaving of games with women that he also does not really explain in this statement. He kind of focuses on things that I personally did not bring up in my first video, but other people deep in threads did bring this stuff up, where his wife was being very rude to a female viewer. Well, he says it was actually a Twitch administrator. Does not say current, but at least a former Twitch admin who apparently... He also previously addressed this on a stream. I'm not going to play you guys the clip, but I do have it just in case. He says that she was sending nudes to mods, and he was asking her to stop. After not stopping, that is eventually when his partner got mad at this apparent Twitch admin. If that story is true, then yeah, I would be pretty upset as well. So... I mean, that's a pretty big clarification. I don't know if he's ever clarified that before. And it was a pretty big accusation, not just against Jason, but also his partner. So that was, I mean, that's a really, really crazy thing to say.
Can you hear me? Okay. That clip of Stephanie. Okay. That clip of Stephanie being extremely rude towards a female was around 4 to 5 years ago. And it was actually in my defense. She was a Twitch administrator who was doing behavior. I don't know of a better way to put that, that protects her privacy and doesn't shame her in any way with my mods. And this was not a random girl. Due to certain inappropriate behaviors, I kindly asked her to please leave. I asked her for 3 days. Meanwhile, asking other admins to help me out because she wasn't respecting me and there was nothing I could do. After 3 days, Stephanie lost her temper at the fact that this woman was taking advantage of her admin pull, plus the fact I couldn't react in a way I normally would if a man was harassing me and refusing to leave me alone. Again, let's repeat, this wasn't a case of it being a female. This was a known person doing things that made me extremely uncomfortable, and to be respectful, I will leave it at that. If this were a woman with a male boss doing sexually explicit behaviors to those around her to the point she was uncomfortable, no one would argue she would be respected when asked to please leave her alone. It doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman or anything else one may identify as. Everyone deserves respect, and it isn't up for debate. If someone asks you to leave them alone, you should leave them alone. I'll still look like the villain here because I'm not going to go into details to protect this individual, and I'm fine with that.
And I hope this doesn't go deep enough where we see a response on that end, but who knows? I mean, Jason said it. He also then further goes on to address the accusations of this Tarik 10-man. It was actually Cloud9 Dream, the head of the female Valorant team over there, who accused him of apparently dodging a 10-man with Tarik once a female showed up. I'll give you guys that original clip, and then I'll show you Jason's response as well. The original clip is what someone had dug up, where apparently Jason was going to 10-man with Tarik, and then all of a sudden after, waiting for so long, and once they got the teams together, Jason dipped. Ironically so, after hearing a girl in the group. So I'm going to play you guys those clips back to back.
And then,
5.
yeah, we can get 5 for sure.
But it doesn't matter because we're just going to waste 10 minutes. So just get somebody that, just whoever, because
And just
we're going to
talk for 10 minutes and then call it a day.
talk for 10 and call. Yeah. Dude, I'm so bad at this game. I haven't played it fucking forever.
It's like riding a bike. You don't forget. You know how to ride a bike, Mike?
I don't know. I haven't rode a bike.
You guys want to do a money 10-man or something?
Ooh.
I got Profi's in queue. Profi's good. John QT is available. Bajor is available.
All right. I'm out.
Okay,
I'm making party.
okay, we're doing that later.
Our same vibe.
Okay.
How do we, what map do you guys want?
Ascent.
Fractured?
Huh?
Ascent. Let's do Ascent.
Fracture.
Fuck fracture.
God.
Fracture.
Do I just leave it on standard and that's it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and take off. Yeah, everything's already off. It should be fine, right? Overtime win by
match
2.
history too, just in case.
No, that's fine.
Where'd Jason go?
But yeah, I might need that hide match shit.
Yeah, I don't want this shit showing up.
Hide on match
I
history.
haven't played in a
Brandon's
while.
about to fucking roll me. I don't.
Shot.
No,
turn
dude,
off
I play
the
Jet
three.
now. I hop on Jet. I follow in Tarik's footsteps on the paddle one.
How you climb? He abuses the system.
Yeah, you just buy the off. Easy.
Wait, I do that
Wait.
too though, but I'm stuck on Immortal 3.
Wait, what's tournament mode?
Must
What
be
is
good.
that?
I just as observers.
Yeah, the coach.
All right.
Okay. We need
We lost
coaches. We should.
All right, we need one more player.
We're waiting
We need
for
one
Wait,
more
Jason
player.
doesn't want to play.
Yeah, we need one more player. I don't know.
What the hell?
He wants RR. I don't know.
I said yes to a 10-man with Tarik when it was a money 10-man. I wanted to play for money. Once he invited everyone, no one wanted to play for money, and I would have rather just played ranked. I also did not particularly want to play with the people he invited, and that's my choice. No, it's not because I hate women. No, I don't hate 51% of the population, and to be honest, I figured he'd have girls in the 10-man. I wanted to play for money. I didn't want to play with the people in the 10-man, and I don't owe anything to anyone.
Then, very importantly, he also responds to Shazam, calling this the biggest lie of anyone's out there. Shazam and his girlfriend saying that Jason was apparently dodging games. So here was Jason's response to Shazam, and he definitely called him out on those accusations.
His whole Shazam and his girlfriend situation is probably the craziest made-up situation of all the lies I've seen. My computer crashed before I heard anyone's voice. I don't know the game he's talking about. I swear on my life, my family's life, at no point in my life did I hear him and his girl and decide to leave. I never heard or knew they were there. I don't even know what he or she is talking about. I don't care who on earth believes my computer will randomly crash, but it's the truth. I still do not understand why Shazam's girlfriend is so upset that I was in their game and then it crashed so I couldn't play. Even if she thought I did dodge her. Again, I didn't. You're with your boyfriend. Why are you making that a personal attack on you for being a woman?
And very lastly, he mentions people like C9 Annie, who definitely was a big proponent of calling out Jason alongside many other females, and a lot of players and streamers had their thoughts on this ever since. He also addresses the organizations for allowing it to happen. And then very lastly, he mentions that the lawyers are going to be looking through things, which I found very interesting. I don't know if that means he's teaming up to sue people for potential defamation or what he has in the works. That's going to be very interesting. It was kind of a very, very one-off line saying the lawyers are going to look through, and that was all he said about that. So again, a very, very crazy way to end his entire statement and response.
Okay. I asked my fans to read these tweets put out and see that they are coming from my haters. And I don't hate anyone. Annie said at one point something like, and then he gets more subs and laughs. Like, can you not see the jealousy in anyone talking about me laughing or getting subs or trying to paint me like some type of villain? They don't want to acknowledge that they use their platform to create a tremendous amount of hate towards my wife out of anger that she may be controlling my every move on the internet. Not a single apology has ever been issued to her. She was also labeled also as someone that hates women, and it is disgusting these orgs allow their players to gang up on someone like that. Org owners can look through Twitter and find what their players have done. It's not for me to gather, it's for the lawyers now. People have been saying, just go play with girls, make everything better. But I have done nothing wrong. I mind my business, I stay in my lane, and I've had these people after me for years and years and years. When people make false allegations, it takes away from real victims when they step forward because no one then believes them. These are wolves in sheep's clothing, and I'm tired of it being okay. I will always have haters who have now created haters for my wife. It is the fans that I do this for and that create the positive community that I possess, and I won't allow this slander to tarnish that. Solidarity.
And yeah, you know, this is the news that really sucks. If you guys are still somehow watching, you either probably hate me or maybe you do enjoy the videos. And I hope that no matter which way you do sway, you can leave your thoughts down below on how this whole situation unraveled. Hopefully the last time we're going to talk about this, if I'm being honest, I don't think he really addressed the primary accusations against him and more so leaned on the off ones that people were bringing up. The main accusations were about the suspicious excuses for dodging or muting or leaving games that had females in them. More so, at least what I gathered from his response, he was going after the old, you know, every girl on Twitch is a hoe clip, which I'm glad he did address. He didn't address it fully, in my opinion. He also went after the accusations of the deep in the threads. People were going after his wife, which I can definitely appreciate. And then he also brings up a lot of the people that called him out apparently being obsessed with him, which I don't think was a necessarily great thing to bring up. And even more so bringing up the organizations, allowing their players to do so, and even bringing up a lawyer and a legal team. It seemed to me that he avoided the main accusations and focused on all the things that weren't, I mean, they were important, but they weren't the main thing and the main reason why all of this was rehashed. That being that it seems like you tend to cover up and at odd times leave games where there are women. And I think people wanted a straight up answer, which just has not come out of the situation. I do also appreciate he clarified the situation where his wife was rude to a viewer and pulled up the fact that it was a Twitch admin apparently sending nudes to mods, which again is a crazy thing to say. So we'll see if anything comes of this. We're done with it for now, though. Hope you guys all enjoy. Drink some water, drink some coffee, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you back here sometime soon.